welcome to day 23. Day 23 of these invitations for 8-minute practices. 8 minutes as invitations that you can come back here again and again. Come back into your direct experience. Come back into noticing. Come back into an embodied way of being. These are my invitations. And today we are starting the last week of our invitations, and we are changing topic, or the umbrella topic. We change topics every day. And the umbrella topic for this last week is alone time. And I know that some people, these topics do not apply. I'm thinking about parents with small children or in other circumstances, and that is okay. Take the invitations for you to come back into connection with yourself, your embodied experience, and that we can do with anyone in any circumstance. And I've shared many invitations the last 3 weeks. Today, we are just going to explore this relationship to self. I've put it on alone time because I think sometimes it takes less distraction to be able to notice the relationship we have with ourselves. My invitation for today is not to judge the relationship you have with your own existence, with who you believe you are, with what concepts you have of yourself, what images, what roles you play. All that is true and welcome. We are social beings. My invitation for you is to look at yourself in this moment, in every moment that you remember to come back to you, in this curiosity, in this openness, this really ability to not know, as if you had never met yourself in this moment, as if you had never experienced anything that you are going through. Just to receive, notice, touch what's here fully, or at least with a sense or an intention to get to know it, get to know yourself here, because you were not the person you were yesterday. And right here, you're not the person you're going to be tomorrow. And knowing that, how can you relate to yourself or start this relationship with yourself that allows for these moments, for noticing, for taking in what's new, what has changed? We often only see change in retrospect. We only acknowledge certain nuances, certain movements when things change drastically or when we are forced to look back. So my invitation is, how can you invite yourself in little moments to come back to your experience with no preconceived ideas? No sense that, oh, I know this one, I've got this. No sense of answer, but really an open question. This invitation that Matlikata always gave me, that maybe today is not a day for answers, but to break open to the possibilities of the questions. So this is my invitation for you to notice And you can do this in connection with others. You can do this as the invitations before. It doesn't really matter where you are. And maybe you are alone. And if you are alone, allow yourself to create your own practice, your own self-inquiry, your own way of turning to yourself, your own way of recognizing what is here now, what is yours in a physical body, what is here, what are the sensations, what are the movements, the vibrations, what are the forms that what's here is taking right now. And of course, with that, you notice emotions too. Are you becoming more fluent in your emotional vocabulary? What about your thoughts? Are you catching your thoughts? How can you truly touch what's yours right now with no judgment, no intention to change anything? Just this kind, curious look. And maybe you need to zoom out and gain perspective. Maybe you need to remember that we are collective, we are connected. Or maybe you need to zoom in and dive deep into this tiny sensation or this big emotion. Maybe you need to just step back and watch it all flow in and out, changing at every moment. Maybe you want to surrender to it, or maybe you want to notice what else is possible, regardless of what is your practice. Make it your own. Make it as habit of coming back into this moment again and again, anew, to look yourself in the eye, touch your heart, hold your hand, as if you had never met yourself. This is my invitation for you. I hope you take it. Thank you for the feedback and for accepting these invitations to practice. I'll see you tomorrow.